host, Jekim Dumeni from Country Horizon, in partnership with Global Farmers Connect. I welcome you all to yet another episode where we are currently in Nyabira, Natural Region 2B in Zimbabwe, where one of our farmer, Mr. Dani, has invited us at his plot to try to analyze the situation that is currently facing at his farm. So Mr. Dani will try to explain to us some of the challenges that he's currently facing in growing his high-valued crop, Irish potato, and some of the benefit that he has been benefiting from these two companies, which is Country Horizon in partnership with Global Farmers Connect. So Mr. Dani will try to explain and tell us more of how he started venturing into farming, and also the benefit of growing such high valued crop at his farm. Currently we are sitting at 1 hectare field where he is doing a variety which is called a diamond that has been supplied by a local company in Zimbabwe with a yield potential of 90 to 120 tons per hectare. In terms of the yield margin, it's all about the good agronomic practices that are being employed or that are being taken by a farmer in trying to make agriculture a multi-million-dollar business. So our initiative as these two sister companies, we are trying to explain and trying to educate the nation at large on how best can we try to turn our fields into who are inspired in terms of taking agriculture as a business rather than only growing a certain crop for the issue of subsistence. So we are trying to say, in other words, the market prices, it's obvious it's affecting farmers. That's number one. Number two, just because we are going against the norm, which means we are going to, on this current crop, we've planted it in off-season, meaning to say we are subjected to have more of the disease side, more of the pest side. So in other words, it's our plea as farmers, it's our plea as companies that needs to assist farmers. We are appealing to the government to say, let them subsidize some of these chemicals, some of these pesticides, so that we as farmers, we as consumers, we can try to buy certain crops or certain produce at a reasonable price, rather than for those who are at the hierarchy, for them only to reap what they have not sown. So in other words, it's our wish and looking forward to you, Mr. Dani, to expand your horizon in terms of growing each and every type of crop. So in terms of the Irish potato, can we say it's your backbone currently at your field, or you have other enterprises that you need to engage or that you have already engaged?
Right. Potato is what I would have loved to continue doing. But because, like I said, market price and market trends, I can't now rely on one crop. If that one crop lets me down, that means my farm is down.
Yeah, that's
but
true.
For now, currently, I've put down some cabbages, about 3,000. I'm doing batches, 3,000 every 2 weeks. I've also put a hectare of sugar beet, which is currently on the ground as well. Again, I have put down a hectare of nzungu. And then on horticulture side again, I've put down lettuce, broccoli, cauliflower.
So what's the secret when it comes to doing batches for a certain crop rather than just doing one whole lot of a certain crop?
I think batches are much better. You know, when it's time to come out, if you do it in batches, labor-wise, it cushions on your labor. Whatever capacity permanent workers you have, that can sustain. You know, if you have, let's just say 10,000 cabbages, the day I reap, if my market only allows me to supply them 5,000, other 5,000 I am forced to keep them in the ground because my shelf life will go down. So I have to keep those 5,000 again. They might get affected. They are now prone to disease.
In terms of, as we are looking forward to the future, are we going to plant more of the hectarage of potato, looking forward to what we are experiencing currently in terms of the growth and also the market price that we are expecting in the local market, which is Zimbabwe, that we are main where our main emphasis is. So in short, are we trying to say in the next coming near months, are we going to expand the production of Irish potato, or we are only going to mainly focus on this 1 hectare plot?
No, I have the dream to expand, and given the right markets and the right prices, I think I would even go as far as 10 hectares. But because there is no one funding this, we have to do what we have to do. Whatever little bit I have on that particular day is what I use. So yes, if this crop does well, this 1 hectare, as you can see, we are trying. If it does well, it gives me good returns. Definitely, I would go back 3 hectares. Is what I would double it up. I would not go back the same hectare. But now that is determined by the market. If the market is going to be favorable, then yes, of course, we are going to go bigger.
So in other words, what's your advice to upcoming farmers who needs to venture into high valued crops like Irish potato? What's your advice to them?
I think it is worth doing it. But the only problem we have in Zimbabwe is now it's a matter of planting when it's off season for you to be making that little bit extra on it. If you plant when everyone plants, definitely you are not coming back in the field.
I get it.
You are not coming back. You are not. But if you slightly go out, slightly off season, yes, it's going to cost in terms of chemicals and other little bits that we might overlook. But I think eventually with the market price, when you reap, you will get something that will then encourage you to go ahead.
That's great. Thank you, Mr. Danny, for your comment and support to us as Country Horizon. We are looking forward to work with you on the next coming project. Yes, we are trying to expand and try to turn agriculture into a lucrative business. So we just need to walk the talk rather than to talk the walk. In other words, in Zimbabwe, with the population that we are expecting to get maybe after 2030, where it's obvious the birth rate of which we are going to expect in terms of lifespan. So from your last harvest or your last crop compared to this crop, what's your own assessment as a farmer?
As a farmer, the first one, I wouldn't want to lie, we went in blank. The second one is then when we engaged Country Horizon, which is Mr. Laxon himself, you then started helping us in terms of how we plant, how many days after germination we are supposed to spray foliars, from there what next to do. I think every step of the way we've been consulting each other, so every week or so.
In terms of the market trends, like the last season in December, how has it been affecting you in terms of your production when it comes to the market price in Zimbabwe? Like we currently experience in November, December, the price was a bit low. So how did you try to survive from the lowest price until now? The market is now appreciating the value that we can obtain from Irish potato when it comes to market price per certain pocket or per certain kg.
I won't want to lie to you, Mr. Laxon. Market is the very, very most and disappointing part of being a farmer. It can be disappointing and it can be interesting. When we took out our first crop, we were very disappointed. At the time when we took it out, the 15 kg pocket was ranging at $5.
Yeah, it was a bit low.
It was very low for a farmer. Considering the work that you put in, I mean, every day you have to be in the field.
That's true.
You do your scouting, you sprays. All of that is not then considered by the Mbare Musika market. I don't want to blame them. I wouldn't know who would set the bar and how the bar is set of market pricing, but that $5 was too low. But now as a farmer you are forced to sell as is, because as soon as you take it out the ground, you also want to go back and farm something on that land. So whatever you can get out of it is what you have to sell it for. You are then forced to just say, my loss is my loss. But for you to go back in the field, you have to accept that $5. And unfortunately, you then make nothing.
So in other words, we are just trying to say you need to absorb the shock, then you move on. Then in terms of, as we are looking forward to the future, are we going to plant more of the hectarage of potato, looking forward to what we are experiencing currently in terms of the growth and also the market price that we are expecting in the local market, which is Zimbabwe, that we are where our main emphasis is?
If I can get you down here once a month, at least you can come, trader scouting, no fix A, B, C, D. At the same time, whoever is running my side, whoever is my farm manager, or whoever is my foreman, at least I did repeat those same mistakes at Ningetaka. Yeah.
Yeah, we thank you farmers for watching this video. We are looking forward to have more to hear more from you, and also we are looking forward for you to support our local farmers, Mr. Dani. I think in about the next coming 65 days, something new is going to be cooked in this field, meaning to say we are going to harvest. So we are looking forward to you clients in terms of supporting the local talent rather than supporting the imported stuff, which are more of the GMO side. So our wish is to try and transform each and every square inch that we have into a multi-million-dollar business. How best can we start? The best thing is to start rather than to wait. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago, and the next best time is now. So our wish is for you as new farmers, already established farmers, to venture more into agriculture. Agriculture is the backbone of Zimbabwe. We need to restore the legacy, which is the breadbasket of Zimbabwe. We thank you, farmers. We thank you, our viewers, for subscribing to our YouTube.
Good day, Varimi. Hamani Shamwari. The long wait is over and harvest time is near. Global Farmers Connect is here to provide you with markets, farming services, equipment, microfinance, and farming partnerships. For further information, follow Global Farmers Connect on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, or WhatsApp +263 780 672 586. Musasare, Kananguva Yakukoa Yakwana. We put you first before the markets. Global Farmers Connect, the farmers' #1 plug.